Hey there, if you're enjoying this podcast, please take a moment to leave a review and to follow or subscribe. Don't forget to share with anybody that you think might be interested. Your support is greatly appreciated. Word of mouth is incredibly powerful, and it's the best way for us to reach more people and grow this wonderful community. Thanks again for listening. Hey there. So today I wanted to share with you a lovely little parable from the Buddhist canon, and it's called The Bamboo Flute and the Wind. I hope it resonates. It's a very, very beautiful little tale. In an old, peaceful village lived a flute player named Jai-Ho. Jai-Ho was known for playing the most beautiful melodies on his bamboo flute. His music filled the hearts of the villagers with joy and peace. However, Jai-Ho was unhappy despite his abilities. He felt that his music was missing something that he couldn't put into words. So one day, Jai-Ho went to an old sage in the nearby mountains and lamented his dilemma. The sage listened attentively and smiled. "Jai-Ho, have you ever tried to play with the wind?" he asked. Confused, Jai-Ho looked at the sage. How? How can I play with the wind? The wind has no notes, no melody." The sage smiled again and said, "The wind has its own melody, Jai-Ho. You just have to learn to hear it. Go out and play your flute in the wind. Listen to its gusts and its stillness. Let it carry your melodies and change your tones. You will see that the wind is not your opponent, but your duet partner." With these words in mind, Jai-Ho went back to the village. He took his flute and went to a hill where the wind was strongest. At first, Jai-Ho played as usual, but he noticed that the wind was amplifying, distorting, and changing his notes. He began to pay attention to the movements of the wind, to its coming and going, its strength and its calm. Instead of playing against the wind, Jai-Ho began to play with it. He adapted his melodies to the movements of the wind, letting it carry and change the notes. As he played, Jai-Ho felt a profound harmony and joy that he had never felt before. When the villagers heard the music, they were enchanted. The melodies were even more beautiful and richer than before. They felt the harmony between the flute and the wind, a harmony that filled their hearts with peace. From that day on, Jai-Ho always played with the wind. His music was no longer just his own, but a duet between him and nature. He had found what his music had been missing all along: harmony with the wind. He had learned to play not only on his flute, but also on the invisible instrument of the wind. And in this harmony, Jai-Ho finally found the happiness and the contentment that he had been seeking. I'm Lisa Hopkins. Thanks so much for listening. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. And remember to live in the moment. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to dive deeper into cultivating a life of creative possibilities with my new book, The Places Where There Are Spaces. It's filled with personal stories and insights to help you embrace living in the moment. You can grab your copy by following the link in the show notes or wherever books are sold. Let's keep the conversation going and growing.